bring this back up again. So what we'll do is let's try and give this douchebag the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that nothing really did happen. Absolutely nothing happened. Then we have to ask ourselves, why would somebody lie? Okay, well, you could produce the argument that they're leading people into believing that certain things are happening because they're trying to mold people's minds. It's a good argument. Unfortunately, Dave isn't giving you that argument. I am. Okay, because I'm open enough to look at both sides of it. Okay, so there's a multi-agenda to this whole Sandy Hook thing. Okay, the deeper aspect of it is what I'm trying to show you. But let's say that Dave and his androgynous buddy there, Jungle Surfer, right? Let's say that those two guys were superheroes, and the only thing missing on these two great, wonderful men, if they are men, is capes, because they're such great guys that they're trying to stop the world from being destroyed. Now, how would that work? Well, we live in what's called a consensus reality. And a consensus reality is if you get people to believe something, then that's pretty much what becomes of it. It's basically like if you're feeding info into a computer, you get back what you put in. Okay, so let's say that these guys are superheroes. Okay, well, then hats off to you. But here's the problem. If that's what you're doing, then why don't you just tell the fucking public that that's what you're doing? Why do I have to sit here and theorize that maybe that's what's behind all of this stuff? See, because I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt right now. Personally, I don't think you guys are worth two fucks of a chicken's nut. You know, you're a couple of cardboard chickens with paper assholes. But the bottom line is we live in a reality where whatever everybody believes kind of goes, and that's what the whole thing with fads is and all of that. However, to stop for one moment to think that something didn't happen to these kids is preposterous, when all you have to do, because most of you guys don't have a biblical background, but yet, Dave, you claim to be well-read. Isaac and Jacob. Wow. And what about all the other sacrifices, killing animals and all of that? Obviously, surely, David, you must know. I mean, God, I've done enough videos on it, and you should know yourself that the Gollum are considered cattle, and while slaughtering cattle isn't a crime. You know, see, the Jews don't kill their own kids, so maybe those weren't even their kids, but they were somebody's kids. See, you're nobody got hurt defense or offense is so full of holes it wouldn't even pass for Swiss cheese. The reality is that we're in some form of purgatory of a sort, and these guys have figured out, at least in their minds, that if they take the path and they give this thing whatever it wants, that they're going to get favor and get out. If you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little hell. The Jews say if you want absolute good, you must create absolute evil. Did you ever stop to think of that? In their words, what do you think that means? Offering a few Gentile kids? Do you think that really bothers anybody? I mean, you, of course, being a superhero, you and your androgynous buddy with your cape, up in the sky, outshining every star. Because, well, you know your pot. I'll give you that. Nobody's going to run circles around you when it comes to marijuana. And that's not even downing you, because I told you when I talked to you, I don't have a problem with it at all. I don't even think it affects your decision making. And I'm talking about your decision making, not people in general. But, you know, you're going to have to come up with some better proof than nothing happened and having your androgynous buddy there sitting there banging on a tambourine. Because you know what? You're not convincing anybody. So if you're on a mission from God to stop something from happening by convincing people that it didn't happen, you're failing. See, because I'm really trying to show people what the real deal behind all of this golden age is. Maybe you've got a seat at the table, but the rest of us don't. Okay, so my videos are not designed so much to expose you and your friend there. It's to show what the truth behind this is and how deep and dark it is. But you don't care about any of that, do you? You don't care about any of that. You care about what kind of shirt I wear. You said so in yourself right here. That my t-shirt gave me away. Now that's some in-depth study. It's a Jordan Maxwell t-shirt that the picture was taken in 2007. Isn't that interesting? All this time I've been fooling people with a t-shirt from 2007. Gosh, you guys are so smart. Oh, it just boggles the mind. He knew I had a shirt on, and then he knew that it was a t-shirt. How did he figure that out? Wow. You know what? I can't compete with this kind. I can't compete with this kind of excellent detective work. How in the fuck that guy ever figured out I had a t-shirt on was beyond me. I mean, the bottom line is that I actually was wearing a t-shirt and he caught me red-handed. You know, you guys are so smart. I mean, you probably knew I was wearing socks that day too. And that is amazing. Because Jungle Surfer figured out I had one on each foot. Now that's what you call detective work. You guys, Cagney and Lacey, you guys are on the case. I'll give you that. You know, and please let me know when Jungle Surfer's new album comes out. With this hit single, Far Away. Because if that's where you can play that next song of yours, Far Away, oh, and do it solo. So low that nobody can fucking hear you. Gosh, you guys are smart. Ooh, you are so big. So absolutely huge. Gosh, we're all really impressed down here, I can tell you. A couple of schmucks. See, because if you really are working for the side of good, you're failing. Because you're not getting it done in a correct and concise manner. What you are doing is you're smoking a lot of pot and pointing fingers at people. See, that doesn't work. And you fuckers, I will run circles around you because you have no idea what the fucking truth is as far as this place is. You fucks live in another fucking dimension, you demonic cocksuckers. So you only see it from your perspective. I don't need to know what your reality is. I don't give a fuck what your reality is. I know what the reality is here and how men have been fucking used by your type. So why don't you and your androgynous friend go take a fucking picnic basket and go have a little fun time in the fucking meadow. Bring a nice Pinot Grigio and enjoy the day. And get the fuck off of YouTube because you're not proving anything. Your videos, some of the funny ones were actually funny. Because in reality, you're not completely lying when you're saying that this stuff is a hoax. I proved that myself that they are. But that only means that there's something going on that they don't want you to see. See, they flipped it. Now they want everybody to believe that these are actors. But see, nobody in their right mind says, well, why would they be doing that? See, because nobody wants to follow up beyond 9/11 was an inside job. So keep beating your drum over there and beating your meat, whatever. Jungle Surfer. Andrew. Right? I know who you are, dude. I've known that because when you used to talk to me, you used to slip up. I know who you are. And Davey, you better get some stronger pot, dude, because the illusion you're living in, it ain't working. But have a nice day. Enjoy your CGI life.